What's going on, everybody? We're on day 13 of framing this ranch house. Today we'll be installing all of the windows for this house. We'll also be installing the front door, as well as the sliding glass door in the back porch. After that we'll get all the punch out done in the attic, and we'll move back down to the first floor to finish punching that out as well. That leaves one more video for this ranch house, in which case we'll just finish punching out the first floor with a full cleanup and a nice walkthrough at the end. So this is going to be an average day for a rough framer. This is the point of view of a normal window installation day. So first off, I'm going to prep every windowsill before we install them. I'll tie up any loose Tyvek paper, and then I'll use zip tape to cover the whole sill. And then we'll use silicone caulk around the whole window frame before we install it. This window day will be a little different from my last series. It's going to be mostly from the POV of the inside of the installation. I do finish up installing a window on the back porch on the outside. I'll make sure I timestamp that for people who want that specifically. But I do have a video from my last series where we install windows for 2 houses in one day, so I'll put a link to that in the top right corner of the video as well. This video is in 2x speed, so if you want to watch it at a normal rate, just make sure you hit that cog in the bottom right and go to 0.5. With that, if you like the building videos, make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Alright, let's get these windows in and wrap this house up. Alright, for the first 14 minutes, we're going to get all these windowsills prepped. First off, with the Tyvek or the paper, just make sure it's a little bit overlapped, but make sure it's not all the way over it so then the tape can still stick to the wood. After the Tyvek is secured, we're going to tape the whole windowsill with this zip tape. We're going to go up the side of each window about 3 to 6 inches. I don't actually do this one totally correct. The zip tape should actually overlap to the outside of the windowsill as well, but afterwards we will make sure we get another strip before the window is installed. After this window, I start my first strip on the inside of the framing. That way the second strip will always overlap after that. You'll want to make sure the corners are nice and tight, or it'll interfere with the shims for the window. And we're just going to repeat that process for all these other different size windowsills for the house. I should have cut this paper back a little bit more beforehand, and I didn't. That's on me, but it's not the worst thing in the world. This is the last window prep before we move on to installing. If you have any tips or advice on how I tape it or how you do it, feel free to drop it down in the comments. So I was still taping Sills, and they already got this one in the hole before I could get over there. Since they had it already going on, I was just watching so you don't miss the footage. He's just adjusting the shims to make sure that it's centered and in the hole correctly. First off, we're going to make sure that the window is level and adjust the shims accordingly. After that, you will want to make sure that the window is centered in the window hole. Then they'll tack the bottoms, and then you'll make sure that it's squared as well. If they need it, we'll use our hammer or our pry bar to adjust the window to one side, and then they'll also make sure that each side is straight as well. Once again, if you want the outside POV, just make sure you check the timestamps.
Good.
So usually the sides of these window frames are at least a little bowed, so I'm using my nice little flat bar to pry it in a little bit. After that, they're going to make sure they use the right window nails. They're going to nail every other hole. That's to make sure that they have some weep holes for the water to get out if that happens. And then we usually have pellet tape to go all the way around the window frame, except for the bottom to finish it off. After that, we just got to make sure we cut the shims off at the bottom. Then anything else is left to the finish framers and the siders. You also want to make sure the guy on the outside eyeballs the bottom of the window frame and make sure that it's straight. If not, I'll push down and then they'll nail it when it's good.
In the middle of it? Oh, yeah, right there, Jake.
And then we're just going to continue that process for the rest of the different size windows for the house. Being the inside guy is considerably easier than installing from the outside. You don't have to do all the nailing or the taping afterwards. Just something to think about if you want to do this for a living.
Out in your middle?
But also, if you got some extra time while they're nailing, you could prep the pieces of tape for the sides and top as well.
Stop. Did it need more? Yeah. What about it?
This oscillator tool is great for cutting off these shims afterwards.
Yep. Centered. Hold it. Yeah. I will if I can get to work. Yeah. Gotta come down. Oh, look too much. Right there. What? What? Actually, tell me nursing Bud Light. Actually, tell me nursing Bud Light. Or nursing ants. Yep. Centered. saying you have to go that way for Jake. Bring it. Hold up. Young center at the bottom. Supplies, that window. That's a skinny. One more. Take it out. Alright. I need like half of that. Alright, one on the window. Like less, not as much. Not as much. Come on, skinnies, I can get it. Yep. Is that good? I see the cold wind blowing. Aiden?
And here's the window I helped with the outside. I'm gonna nail every other hole and then wrap the whole thing with pellet tape except for the bottom.
60? Yep. Yeah, 65. Stationary, isn't it? No. No. Where's lighter up the peak? Is that for us? No, I know there is one up there.
For the top of the window, we cut a flap in the Tyvek and then flip it up, and then fold it down, tape over it, and then cover the seams with tape as well where we cut. We always tape the sides first, then the top. That's so the water will roll over everything and not under any of the seams of the tape.
That voice sounds familiar.
One of the players for certain would also have a name as well, and I wanted to expose that during the interview. I was here.
Damn. Yep. Very good.
What I have.
3/8. Disgusting. Putrid. Fucking rancid. An abomination. Deplorable. Homely. Hairy. Feathery.
94 and 890.
Yeah, I see it. I got it. I got it. Hold your tongue. Hold your insulting tongue and mark my words well. Or enough get burned on third rail. Be the message by third male or first whale. Feeling man best third male, your third whale. Yeah. Jesus Christ, really? I'm fucking exploding like a motherfucker. You don't see it moving? Was this your tape? Huh? Here, take. We'll check it. Here, my. What the bottom, is that straight? What about the bottom, Kobe? Down in the middle. When in Rome, go back home and get real dome. So well done, crack gnome. Huh? Missile launch, did I see that movie? Yeah. Centered. I need to watch it, I want to finish Slow House. Before I start watching a bunch of other shit. So I got like, this side, how much? Got the window? Okay. Skinny lean? Like less? What about that? You're both good? Stick rolling? We have party waiting for you. Oh. Yeah, you're kind of like evil. Oh, what? Are you Captain Jake? No, I'm very truthful. You're a liar! You lied to me! Damn. Since then I knew you were a liar. We see that now. I'm not, I'm knocking Jake. Oh yeah! They'll mock ya. I tried it. It's all rolling though. Trailer. Oh. Pokey wall? Pokey walls?
Yeah, I saw you playing on and I said you that one late
Yeah.
And that's still the game.
Yeah. You have to, when you arrive too late, you kind of walk around it for a little bit before you fight the boss, but if you just shoot the water a couple times and like wait around for a second, the light can come down and eat you. Yeah, yeah, killed you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's like a save or something. Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 That's a good one. The what? Yeah, what do we do?
Now we're going to prep this hole for a sliding glass door. For this one we have some thicker and wider tape. It's still zip tape, but it activates more the more that you stretch it, it gets stickier.
This is the last one I taped over here. I had a roll. Hey, what do you want me to do with this tape?
I don't know. Maybe the rest of the seal?
What? A mistake.
Someone went and freed a couple chickens in the graveyard.
You go that ladder.
Normal. Huh?
Then we're going to load this up with a bunch of silicone caulk at the bottom, so if any water gets in, it'll slide right back out.
Got more on there?
What the fuck is going on with this? I want to just flip up.
Oh, where's the springboard? Probably was big.
Then you just pop it in, just like a window. Even when you get it square and level though, you also got to make sure you open and close it to make sure that it's sliding nice and well. There may be some other adjustments you have to make. It usually comes with some screws as well that you have to put into the side. But whatever you get, you have a booklet that tells you how to install it as well. We just make sure that it fits good, it opens correctly, and then it's sealed nice and tight. After that, it's up to the finished guys to dial it all in.
Come to me a little bit. Hold on. Let up. Let up a little bit more. That's not bad. Hold it. You holding it? Oh, really? Yeah, just flies right there. All right. Are we just tapping these or are we nailing it up? So we're nailing this up, right? Trick to my hammer. Did you see what I just did with the nail roller?
Yeah.
I think it'd be pretty neat.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen,
I will listen tomorrow. Oh, my bad.
Good job, man.
I'm not really gay, right? So I don't know.
Yeah. Not the whole time, but.
One side. Side. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I just can't get into it like that. It's like,
It's not something I listen to all the time, but there was a phase where I listened to it for a little while.
yeah, it's like a fucking cultural thing for me.
Yeah.
I'm not like a prospect.
Yeah. And really, it's like you're not,
I'm not fucking black at all.
and then you're not like in that vibe all the time.
Yeah. Like I'm already getting bored. It all sounds the same.
Yeah. You have to kind of sound a certain way to be reggae. It's like Mexican music, you know? Yeah. Do we take the top? Do we take the top?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I can do it.
Got your.
That's
You like the song?
this band is originally from Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, my friend Tia was talking to the old guitarist, this guy, the dude that's playing guitar right now.
Yeah.
But, he was like the founder of the band too. His name is Cameron Bogg.
Bog?
Yeah, that's how they got his name partially. Because he was the founder of the band and fucking sang Sugar Bog. It means a bog full of, oh, I put this on first. It means a bog full of leeches.
Oh,
So yeah,
that's pretty cool.
It's like something that kind of shit. But yeah, they're like the band that you can't fucking.
yeah.
Yeah, dude ended up being a fucking weirdo. He was like talking to her, and then hanging out with this like fucking not even trans, like a wannabe trans fucking girl that wanted to be a like, dude, I don't know.
Oh.
And they started like doing dope together and shit, and she was like, yeah, I'm out of here. It's like, whoa.
She don't even want to be with them?
Huh?
And then she don't even want to be with them?
Yeah. Well, no, they started like Tia doesn't want. She's
Oh.
Tia's hot, you know.
Okay.
And then, like, fucking, this dude's just like fucking around with this fucking other dude that wants to be a chick, but she wants to be like a fucking dyke chick. Like, dude, it's fucking weirdo status, bro.
And last but not least, we got the front door here. For these doors, we just make sure that it's centered in the hole. We get a screw at the bottom at each side. Then we make sure that it's level. Get a screw on the top at each side, and then one on the middle on each side. Then of course you gotta make sure that it opens and closes nice and smooth. And then after that, it's up to the finish guy to dial it all in and make it look all nice on the inside.
I got it a little bit. Keep doing that.
Like body, you know? So he's doing it just like, ah!
Whatever the hinge side.
I don't think it's crazy, but, or like, not like anything brutal or nothing, but it probably just hurt.
Yeah, you see that? I'll back out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How she feel? Somebody else want to try it?
Kind of. Wow, that feels really good. Wow.
Ow, what the fuck is this? You get that new that pickle sandwich yet? What? That pickle sub?
Where?
Jimmy John's?
No.
Where instead of bread, it's just one big pickle.
Ew.
Put all the meat and shit side, all the cheese.
So with all of those installed, we're going to finish the framing for the house now. Starting off, we're going to get this attic completed and then move down to the first floor.
Hey, could you actually pass this one up more from like where Trevor's at? And I'll go up this way.
I'm putting a diagonal brace on this knee wall that we built so nothing moves side to side.
Send it my way, but like over there. Oh, yeah. I just ran out of room.
Just a clip more. Oh, there it goes. You want me to add the upper part or?
Whichever. Hey, what's up? Give me a 30 and 3/4.
Yep. What?
Now I'm going to put on a 2x6 drywall nailer for the top of this wall. I'm just going to make sure that it's split evenly on both sides. Since the joists are a few inches away, this will make sure that the drywall gets nice and tight on the corners. I also try to keep my nails above studs. Sometimes plumbers or electrical guys gotta drill up through the top plates, so if they do that, it's easier to keep all your nails in one place, which would be above the studs. Now we're gonna install the collar ties for this garage
You wanna
attic.
check that right now?
It's just gonna be 8-foot 2x4s nailed from rafter to rafter. We're gonna do on every other rafter to make sure that they don't split apart over time.
Come in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 square pies.
Remember crispy?
What?
Remember crispy?
No.
We mark the same spot on each end so we could just pop a line and hold it up to there when we're nailing them in.
Remember rock and roll McDonald's? Every third? Every third? Don't talk to me that way. Remember when Palpatine executed Order 66? Kill the younglings! Kill the younglings!
Remember when Ahsoka defeated Darth Maul and all the stormtroopers who escaped Order 66?
Are you talking about the cartoon? The cartoon? Ahsoka's only in the cartoon.
That's still canon.
The cartoon?
Yeah, the cartoon's canon.
The cartoon.
They're canon, dude. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I can't even myself.
Are you glazing your own wiener?
Fucking damn, dude. If you were here to see this, eyeballer.
Like a glazed donut.
No. Glazed pancake.
Mau mau, mau mau. What? Do what? Hand this board up to you? Are you scared?
I don't think I can multitask him like that. Wait till you see this shit. You're gonna be glazing me again.
I don't think anybody would. The simplest of cuts. My 3-year-old could eyeball that cut. Now.
My 3-year-old eyeball. Mask on. Have the mask on.
Can you pick up Chris? Yeah, I think that's go over this way. What's up?
What is the matter with you?
How come they say your penis isn't very turkey?
Yeah, I know.
Looks like we need about 2 more of these. Yeah.
I'm going to finish off this stringer above these vaulted ceiling rafters, just to make sure that all of them are stiff for when they get drywalled.
Did you see that fucking bird was right?
Where you need be?
He said it reached correct to him, but it can't be.
You battery bopper.
He's talking about lot of people. I don't think I can make mistakes.
Kobe, do you know what a crab mentality is?
Kind of tweaking out now.
Oh, like tweak.
You got my son a little longer for that tweak.
Why? It goes from one rafter to one rafter. Is that too short?
Yeah.
Let me grab me one of those longer ones. I didn't want to look foolish. The best of the best. Better than the rest.
Right here, I'm creating a stiff back for this gable. It's basically just a couple of 2x nailed across it, so nothing buckles or folds over time. My T-prop that I installed in my last video is in the way though, so I'm going to cut a hole in there so I can install it anyways. You want to have something like this on all of your semi-large gables.
Shit.
I was making sure this hole was 1.5 inches so then I could have a 2x4 laying directly on top of it. The 2x4 was a little long, so I couldn't just slip it in. I should have just cut it a couple inches so I could have done my original plan, but I just nailed it in the middle instead. I have a prop a little over to the right, but I'm also doing a prop under the spot where we split this ridge in two. For those who don't know, these props are just going to make sure that these ridges don't sag and fall down over time.
Hey, and I just took an extra 1/8 off of this.
Okay. We're talking about 11'5".
I couldn't really reach, so I have to slide some boards around so I could use a ladder right here.
Hey, I dropped my other one.
What?
I dropped my other one in the garage.
I think that's mine. It's going right for you. See that one better. That didn't look better.
Yeah, right here. Thank you.
Motherfucker.
I'm going to use the second board to tee this prop up so it stays nice and stiff over time.
We got any levelers up here? No?
I don't see one.
How's that look for straight?
Is this laser board connected to the rafters over there? At the wall? Okay. I'll get that raised out now then.
We got any hangers laying around?
A little bit over on the left side of this house, I'm finishing up the T-prop on this small hip. Notice how we headed off that rafter where that hip was intervening. I'm going to have to hanger all of those boards.
Got any Tico nails around?
I do have a bunch of them.
Loose ones?
I think we're out of the racks as well.
On your person?
Yep.
Right on.
I got one. Let's just
That might be enough.
Okay. You to the side, we can catch a little bit more of that tip. Oh, on this side? Yeah. Okay. Trevor?
Huh?
Can you take the number? Is that easier?
Oh, Chris got me some for now.
You got enough?
I think so.
If not, go talk about that.
Right on. When you cut off a rafter or a joist like this, it's not bearing from one point to the other end, so it's always nice to put the hangers on this so nothing will fall or slide down over time. The nails should hold up good, but over time this is what code requires, so everything stays nice and secured. These just require a few Tico nails on each side, which are just really small nails, and then some hand drive nails on each side as well. We do have a gun that shoots these nails, but I didn't have it on hand, so I just hand drove them.
I was trying to figure out a way where we could pop it. You know what I mean? I know what you mean.
Hey, I'm going on the sides of this, right? Like this.
Remember, we got to braces go here. Oh, every 8 foot? Is that what it is? I think it is, yeah. I'm not going to look here. Yeah, that was kind of the same. And then that wall. Okay. What's your number, Greg? Oh, 141. Take that line in. I pulled it pretty tight. Where you want it at? Right here.
Sometimes in these tight spots, you gotta pull out the double-handed hammer technique, just like when you were a kid.
Who's got extra hand drives? Yeah.
11'3".
You only need 5 people. Bring it.
That's 4.
Dude, don't be stingy.
Oh, yeah.
Ever had it? Yeah.
I know you have. I don't know, probably. Big one in my day. I don't know what it is.
They're just like the meat and potato pie, right?
Yeah, it's like mashed potatoes, meat, peas, corn, red bland. I think I ate that last night. Pretty good, man. Did you hear me about those braces?
No.
Every 8 foot, you gotta get a brace coming. Let's do every 6. Just to be safe. You know how to make that head? We're going to mix it up.
There's only like one type of meatball that I really like, but huh? I'm not sure which one it is.
another knee. He's over here. Yeah, he needs one too. Make watch me. No.
Oh, man, does.
Oh. Yeah. He's a finger point. Okay, where do you want?
You gotta learn English first.
We have a large angled knee wall going up to the middle of these rafters to hold them up. But I'm going to put a couple braces every 6 foot or so from that knee wall down to some of these joists.
Guess I put one on the other side of it. Don't be like that, Jake.
What?
I think the last.
Was that the last 112 you gave me? Oh, is that what that is? What? Huh? What happened to what?
No, it doesn't matter. In fact, I can pass it back. I'm just gonna scratch it. If I pass it back, I'm gonna scratch it.
We're about done punching out this attic, so I'm going to toss down any unnecessary scrap as well as plywood eventually.
Like 5 feet away from it.
You seen it? What did Kobe end up saying about bracing these?
Oh, how big one? Oh,
You're not gonna brace these ones?
Yeah, anytime you can start sliding those sheets into there to sheet the back of this. Oh, sheet this, okay. I think you get them out of there.
Can you even put a full bone up? Huh?
What's that?
You can barely even put a full bone up.
Oh, you can do it. They can hang over.
Hey, full bony. Remember the Zamboni?
Remember when you used bologna?
Huh?
Remember when you used bologna?
I really
We have a
like the bologna
small
sandwich.
gable
Some
framed
lettuce,
on the
that's
inside
good,
marking
pepper.
the end of that
Huh?
vaulted ceiling in the living room. And we're going to go ahead and throw up some plywood on the attic side. When they drywall the ceiling, they're going to do blow insulation up in this attic. And we want to plywood this so then that insulation isn't going to spill out of that gable into the living room.
Jake, you're not getting more than 3 minutes, Jake.
Aiden, can I get a triangle cut? Huh? Yeah. What? The Mexican?
No, Ken's nephew. His sister's kid. Yeah. I asked him his last name. He told me, I was like, oh, are you Cole? Like, just walking around with this Cole.
Yeah. Wow.
We should have done this time. We should have cut them 2 pieces in that one. We can't get those out.
Man's on part of that subreddit, Gas and Juice 88.
I don't know. Oh shit. I guess I went too long. I gotta stop here, Aiden. Oh, you bitch. If it won't stay on this corner. Or just what the top is. I got it.
At this point, my GoPro battery dies, but we finish up with the attic, and then I move on to the downstairs. So for the next 5 to 6 minutes, and to finish up day 13, I'm going to add a couple more studs and bucks here on the ground floor. The next video, we're just going to finish out some more punch out, and we'll be completely done with this whole house. I also have a nice detailed walkthrough. I go all the way around the house on the outside, as well as all the way around the inside of the house, including the attic, so you see everything nice and slow in detail in its finished framing form. I wasn't able to get a nice finished walkthrough in my last series where I built 2 houses at once. It was mostly because on the last day of framing there was already a couple other trades, like the roofers and the plumbers doing their thing as well. But also those were truss houses, so they didn't really have as much detail in terms of framing and punch out in the attic. So since it'll be about 2 weeks before I start my next series or next house that I'm gonna upload, I'm gonna throw up another community poll or chat on which house I should build next, just in case you want to throw in some input on what you want to see on my channel. I did this before I uploaded my second series and I got a little bit of feedback, so I also want to hear from you guys on what you want to see specifically. Just for reference, I have 2 full houses filmed, as well as 2 little side jobs completed also. So here are the 2 options you could see me upload next on my channel. Just for reference, both of these houses took 11 days to build, so that means it'll be 11 separate videos for each series. The first option is another stick framed house just like this one. Usually on day 2 or 3 of a house we'll have it decked and we'll start building walls. But this time, instead of me building the walls, I do the layout for the entire floor plan for the house. So for those who are pretty interested in the whole layout and where each door, wall, and stud will be placed, that's going to be the house you will want to see. The second option will be a more cookie cutter type house built in a normal subdivision. This one isn't the exact cookie cutter design because it does have a slightly more unique roof than the other houses we built in that location. But in general, that subdivision just has a few separate designs in terms of the houses and the roof styles. So all of those houses are more or less the same or just slightly different depending on what the builder or the homeowner wanted to add to it. And that one is also a truss design house like my first series for those who are interested in that type of build. So I'm going to go ahead and add a poll on my page after this video uploads. And I do have a little bit more subscribers than when I started my second series, so I'm real interested on seeing what you guys want to see on my channel next. Along with the voting, feel free to leave any general tips, advice, or criticism regarding my work or my video. I'm always happy to hear you guys' feedback on things. In terms of the side job videos, I have a basement framing video, and I also have a shoring video where we prop up a concrete foundation for when they eventually backfill it so it doesn't collapse on itself. So I could upload those midweek at some point. It'll just take a little bit more work on my end. But if that might be something you want to see specifically, go ahead and drop a comment, and any feedback might motivate me to get that out faster. But as always, I really appreciate all of you watching, whether you're subscribed or not. And if you made it this far, I'd really appreciate it if you thumbs up this video. It really helps in terms of boosting and supporting the channel. Anyway, I'm excited to see y'all on the last day of framing for this job. This is Old Dirty Carpenter, and I'll see you on the next one.
You know what I didn't realize when I was younger? Only because Amanda loved the shit out of Wizard of Oz, is the Reverend from Little House is the wizard guy. Really? Yeah. But he's like a nice, really nice, normal person, you know? Oh, yeah, but then he's that guy fucking behind the mask.
hate that motherfucker.
Who, man?
Mike and Stranger Things?
Yeah.
I hate that motherfucker. You know how easy life would have been? You know how easy their life would have been seeing the three like up there? They never got out of so many situations.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm sure.
Hey, you come here, Alice.
That's 81.58. It's a piece of shit.